Command pods. This is where you'll be controlling your ship from. Fuel tanks. These are fuel your rockets. Engines. These are your rockets. SA. Command and control. This is what makes your stuff stay still and move. Circle. This is stuff that makes your stuff come together or come apart. This is what makes your ship fly smoothly. Utility. Utility. These are random knickknacks to make your ship do better things. Science. They serve no purpose in sandbox mode, so I'm covering them. The command pod. So that we can actually control a thing. Once we get in there, then we add a parachute so that we can safely return back to the Earth, to the turbine, once we escape the atmosphere. Or, once we start flying in general. Next, we need a stack decoupler, this thing, to separate our ship in half. To separate our ship in half once we escape the atmosphere, since we won't be needing the extra weight once we get there. Then we need an advanced incline stabilizer, so that we can, stay in control. After that, we need monopropellant, which will be used in RCS thrusters, which we will get to later. Then we need fuel, because, we need fuel to go up. And an engine, since we need an engine also to go up. After that, since we're already on the subject of things to go up, now we need RCS thrusters. If you want to save money in career mode, and press this button to get the center of mass and put them right in the middle. Although this is not recommended by me, not by any professionals, because we aren't professionals. Next, we need stacked radial decouplers so that we can actually have some extra oomph once we go to space. After that, we must put boosters, or any engine at all, on this thing. But for now, let's just use boosters since I already have a normal engine on it. You shouldn't do this, but anyway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let's go with this one, why not? Put a small fuel tank on there, just for good measure. And for an aerodynamic nose cone on it, so that we don't fly, so that we keep smooth sailing, or flying, whichever one you choose, really. Now, remember when I said staging? This is the staging. Since these boosters are going to help us take off, as well as the engine, you need them in the first stage, since they'll be the first things to go off. Once these boosters run out of fuel, which they will, you'll need to eject them, which is where the radial decouplers come in. These will separate the boosters from the actual ship, leaving them to blow up on the ground, since they're just going to be added weight once you expend their fuel. Most of the time, you will get the staging wrong in the beginning, so you always have to adjust before launching. This stack decoupler is going to separate everything from this stabilizer down off the ship, leaving just the command module, which will then safely parachute back down to the ground. And this is the parachute, which will parachute you. The bottom is the first thing that's going to go, and the top is the last thing that's going to go, so make sure you have it in that order. Let's call anything you want, keep it expanded for now, and then launch, or save then launch, whatever one. Congrats, you have made it to the launch pad. You'll see the staging here on the left, which you can activate with space, which you will not do as of yet. And you can see our little Jebediah Kerman right here. You can either press E to go into a first-person perspective of the ship, and then you can control his view with the mouse keys. Did you just topple over? Okay. If you press E via button, he climbs out. And since I'm not going to be doing a surface travel, since I have no way to get back up, I'm just climb up and down and get back in with speed. This is your throttle, which you can control with Shift, Control, Z, and X. Shift makes the throttle go up, Control makes the throttle go down, Z puts the throttle all the way to the top, and X makes it go all the way to the bottom. This is G-force, which is how much force your ship is experiencing. You shouldn't let it go into the red, general knowledge. And by pressing this button, you toggle SAS, which will keep the ship steady when flying. By pressing this button, you'll toggle RCS, which is going to help us move in space. You can toggle both of those on the keyboard with T for SAS and R for SES. This is how fast you're going. Simple. And this is the speed that time is going by, which you can control with buttons that might be mapped, so I'm not sure. But I know you can do it. Ta-da! This is your height. We'll cover vessel to bring the ship back to VAB once it's landed or you got cold feet. Space Center just brings you to this overview. And then you can go back to the launch pad. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless necessary, because then you can't revert back to this point if you fail, which you probably will starting off. Actually, just in general. Still. This is your fuel, which is properly gauged instead of what will appear here once we actually start flying. And that is just your KSP media. This is your navel, which will have all your markers, as not shown here yet because we're not flying, but it'll have all your nodes, which will tell you which direction you'll be pointing with prograde, retrograde, radial, anti-radial, and normal, anti-normal, and target, anti-target, all that good stuff. Now, since we want to launch, all we have to do is press space to activate these boosters, since they are in the bottom of the sequencing. Now, you'll notice these fuel bars right here. This is telling you how much fuel you have in your engine at that point in time. Of course, the longer you burn, less fuel you have. You'll notice I turned my engine off for conservative reasons. Now, once you want to dump all the extra weight you brought along, in this case, the boosters, if you had them attached to a radial decoupler or decoupler, stack decoupler, you can set it up in your staging, and when you press space, boom, they go flying away. And since honestly you don't need this anymore, you should jump it now, but since I have to show you all the RCS stuff, we shall wait. See you out of the atmosphere. And you press M, you'll get the orbital map, and it'll show your orbital path, including your apoapsis, which we want to close down now, so that we can return safely, because this site we will most likely burn up. So, with larger ships, a good way to move around is with RCS, which you can see here. How you use it is use WASD keys to control yaw, roll, pitch, all that good stuff. And for docking, which you will not need for a very long time, you can use H to propel you forward, N to propel you backwards, K, I, G, L, or J, L, to move you in the appropriate directions. Since we don't need all this extra weight, we can press space to get rid of it using the stack decoupler, and now we wait for us to go down. Now that we are in the atmosphere, I should really go to the retrograde as to not to burn up, or to help not to burn up. Really, since no matter what, you will be burning up in the atmosphere. But I think your bottom towards it, or the flattest part towards it, will reduce the heat you will experience, and you'll be less likely to blow up. Hopefully, you'll get the overheat bar. You will notice that the parachute will sometimes show as yellow as it is now, red as it is now again, or green as it will be, or white. What it means is how safe it is to deploy the parachute. Red is a no-go, never do it when it's red. Green is most definitely going to happen. You should always deploy it if it's green and falling. And yellow is, it's not the best idea to do it now, but you still can. By pressing space, we can activate our parachute, which will land us safely on the ground. And using the keys I don't know, because I remapped mine, we can figure out if we live faster. And congratulations! You successfully landed back on turbine after going out of the atmosphere. Press EVA, and press space. Stretch your legs. That's been a hard time. You can get back in using F, and then B. And congratulations, you now know how to play your look-based program, minimalistically. But anyway, have fun.